Stop rereading notes or re-watching lessons. Instead, test yourself constantly. If you're learning guitar, after learning a chord, look away from the chart and see if you can play it from memory. If you're studying for an exam, quiz yourself or try to remember what you just read instead of rereading the textbook. Because if you're not being tested, you're not really learning. Most people think learning means collecting information, but all of that knowledge is useless until it's applied in the real world. Because the goal isn't to know everything before you start. The goal is to start right away. Use that knowledge in practice and fill in the gaps as you go. This way, you only learn what you need right before you need it. You don't have to memorize every chess strategy to start playing chess. You learn one strategy, try it out, fail, then adjust. This approach speeds up learning because you're not wasting time on unnecessary theory that is destined to be forgotten anyway. Number 2, if you've ever found yourself grinding away at a new skill, you've probably experienced the frustration of not knowing what to do next. The task feels endless. No matter how many hours you pour into it, your skill level is hard stuck, and despite staying consistent, you just cannot improve. And the worst part is, you don't know why. That's where feedback loops come in. Feedback loops are the steering wheel. Without them, you can be as consistent as you want, but if you're heading in the wrong direction, all that effort means nothing. Feedback loops are how you know what's working, what's not, and what to do next. So if you want to become better really fast, you must understand how feedback loops work. A feedback loop is a cycle of action, result, analysis, adjustment. If you've ever played a video game, you've seen this in action. You press a button, this is action. Your character jumps as a result and you decide that was too slow, so you press it earlier next time, and that's adjustment. Feedback loops come in 2 main flavors. First, we have positive feedback loops. These reinforce behavior. If you see success, you're more likely to keep doing the same thing. Think about hitting a bullseye in archery. You immediately feel a jolt of satisfaction, and your brain locks in on whatever I just did, I should do more of that. Then there's negative feedback loops. These correct mistakes. If you mess up, you get an alert and realize, okay, that wasn't it. It's not punishment, it's information. The more you engage with this type of feedback, the faster you adapt. This matters because without feedback, you're flying blind. You have no idea if what you're doing is effective. You might even be reinforcing bad habits. The biggest and most common mistake learners make when learning a new skill is avoiding feedback. Why?